Tamil Nadu's #1 brand in mobile accessories, Happy Pola. Enjoy your favorite movies and shows with our new level of sounds.
The stage is set, the big day is here. India versus South Africa in the T20 World Cup final, men's T20 World Cup final in Barbados on Saturday. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Fours and Sixes with me, Gomesh. And in this episode, we will be reviewing the upcoming final of the men's T20 World Cup and how both the teams have reached the final and what to expect in the summit clash, including the weather forecast and the rain and everything that's there to be known. For starters, we'll start with South Africa. Coming into the tournaments, they were one of the tournament favorites to win the trophy because of the dynamic batting lineup they have, and not to forget the pace attack that they have. Hendrik Nortje, Kagiso Rabada, Marco Jansen, and then Batterman is there. And then they also have two quality spinners in Keshav Maharaj and Shamshi as well. They have the all-round package when it comes to bowling attack, but it is the batting that was going to be crucial. Heinrich Klaasen, Quinton de Kock, Aiden Markram, the captain, and then of course David Miller. These people, they were the core group of this team. They were supposed to have a comprehensive batting lineup that takes on bowling attacks, but that is not how their campaign turned out. Every single match, they have been unbeaten so far in the lead up to the final, but every single match has been a challenge. Every single match they have been in a crisis. Every single match they have someone or the other step up to get them across the line, whether it was Marco Jansen or Klaasen or de Kock in one match. Whenever they needed someone to do the deed, they stepped up. Perhaps the only player who have not did well with the bat is probably Captain Aiden Markram, but he has compensated with his captaincy skills, the way he has operated and rotated the bowlers on the field placements, and he has also pulled on some extraordinary catches in the tournament as well to set the example and lift the mood of the team, and that's what inspired this team to the final as well. Every time they've barely managed to cross the line. There was a 1-run win, there was a 2-wicket win, and there was some close finishes. It was only in the semi-final they had a comprehensive finish where on a variable surface the pace attack ran through Afghanistan to dismiss them for 56 and then had a 9-wicket win. The final, however, is not going to be easy, but reaching to the final itself is a mammoth achievement for South Africa, for it has been a tag that's been associated with them since forever. For the past 2 decades, the last ICC tournament final the men's team played was in the ICC Knockout Champions Trophy tournament in the previous century, 1999-2000. The women's team reached the final of the T20 World Cup last year, but the semi-final chokers tag has been there for a long time. To ask the people of South Africa, ask the former players, coaches, and they will tell you how massive this result itself is for the sport in South Africa and cricket, in the growth of cricket in the South Africa as well, because the sport is there, the talent is there, but a win will do a major financial boost for the country and the board itself, which is in dire need of it, but that's for later. For now, they are up against another formidable opposition in India, who also has been unbeaten throughout the tournament, led by Rohit Sharma and Jasprit Bumrah in the bowling attack. These two people have been the differential points in the batting and the bowling departments. Rohit Sharma has set the template up front for everyone to follow, the aggressive approach that they have been talking about. They talked about in 2022, but they didn't really put them through it. Here they have stood by it irrespective of the wickets they fell. If there was an example of it, was a Pakistan match where they barely scored 120 odd runs, but if you look at the way the batters got out, there was a statement in making that they were going for the runs. Every single time a wicket fell, they were going for the runs. That's what they were going to follow no matter what. And of course they had the much superior bowling attack of the tournament to compensate that. Jasprit Bumrah, one of the all-format greats, even more formidable in this format. To say that he has more wickets than boundaries in this tournament sums up the kind of impact he has had for India. But it is not just him. Asdeep Singh has done it part. Akshar Patel has been out-bowled Ravindra Jadeja in this tournament. And then there is, of course, Kuldeep Yadav and Hardik Pandya who have chipped in with wickets. But will they be able? The question in the lead-up to the final was whether they will be able to replicate the same approach in a big game, in a knockout game. But the last two games against Australia and England will be a major boost for the Indian team. The way they have outplayed both the ODI World Cup champions and the defending T20 World Cup champions in the Super 8 stages as well as the semi-final. Rohit Sharma scored 92 runs against Australia, and then there is, of course, the way India bowled out England to win by 68 runs in the semi-final. But nothing is done until it's actually done. India will be favourites, but India will not get their hands on the trophy until they actually go out there, beat South Africa in the final, and then lift the trophy in Barbados. Whether they will be able to is something we'll have to wait and see. This is one of the exciting contests against two dynamic batting lineups, two all-round bowling attacks. It all might come down to the day who steps up and how they perform on the day. And toss will also play a crucial role because there is rain forecast for Barbados in Saturday, and then they have a reserve day as well. So the match getting called off is not a concern, but should rain come into play and affect the nature of the surface, toss will become crucial, and then it will come down to who adapts to the conditions best. End of the day, there will be just one winner, but it will also break a lot of records as well. For South Africa, it will be their first ICC trophy since the Champions Trophy in 99-2000. For India, it will be the first ICC title since the Champions Trophy in 2013. Irrespective of who wins, they will have a lot to take home for. India more so because they are coming from another final loss against Australia in November 19 in the ODI World Cup. That would have hurt more because it was a home World Cup. There was a lot of build up to it. This, however, has been a thorough campaign similar to the ODI World Cup, but this is it. This is India's best chance of winning a T20 World Cup with this team. After this tournament, there is going to be a revamp. This is the last dance for a lot of players in this particular format. Whether they will get their final wish in the format or not, we will have the answer by Saturday. And we will be back to explain how it all happened, what happened, who won, and all the behind the scenes that unfolded in the next episode of Fours and Sixes. Until then, stay tuned to the New Indian Express channels. This is Gomesh signing off. Thank you for watching.